Oh, no picture. Or sound. There we go. Welcome to Backyard Editions Spyro Fusion. And now, this is the last run of this game. I only got 90 more cards and I have not opened my document of instructions. And the music is okay. It is nice music. Terrible game. Honestly, not too terrible of a game either. People have said that this game, it's a lot of auto-scrollers. So it's like a bad game, but it's not as terrible as people have made it out to be. I don't recommend playing it. But it could have been so much worse. Season of Ice, better game. Honestly, after playing through a lot of these bad games, Season of Ice, not a bad game. It's just the speedways that are ruining the Season of Ice. It's a decent game. It's like a below decent game, but it's not garbage. So, I got 181 cards, I need 200. So I got 19 more to get. So, some of these cards are very interesting gets. The reason why I have a guide is I really need a guide. I wouldn't be able to get all the cards without a guide. And here's why. Let me get the two first cards. Step 1, while you load your save. And then you go into this secret menu. And then you type in the word vanilla. For some reason they have removed the vowels, so you have to use digits for it. And code accepted. You have received a hidden card. That's one of the cards. And then you have to input another one, which in this case is soybean. Code accepted. You have received a hidden card. And that's 2 of the cards. And now we can back out and check. That's 183. 2 of the 19 cards has already been collected. And I've not even gone into the game yet. Secret menu, yep. That is the spy game. Yeah, it doesn't start off good, does it, when it comes to collecting these cards. So, I'm now in the game. The next thing I should do is one move on to yes, I have you're not an enemy. I have one gem chaser, don't care about that. Oh wait, I can't go there. I have one card in the tech park, so I need to go all the way to tech park. Lava fields, don't care about that. Get rid of you. Jumping through the fire. Through the fire and flames. Oh. Take damage again. Kill it. Moving along. That's a good sign. Oh, took damage again. There's fire flame. It's a bit on the chaotic side for me. Okay, the exit wasn't there. It might be up here. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. Woompa Jungle. Well. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. This does not sound like Crash music. And moving on towards the right to move on to the next region. Because basically on the first screen you move. Yeah, I need to get that green gem somehow. No. And then I need to find a portal. The portal could be anywhere. Not that. A gem hop. Oh yeah. Oh! I accidentally found one of the green gems. Yes, I have not gotten all the gems in the Woompa jungle thing yet. How did I even get there? We're just flying across here. And then was jumping across here. And then jumping across here, and then it showed up. But then it was like... Then it was here. There we go! Agent 9. Yes, I have not found all the... Now I have found all the gems. The non-red gems in the second half of Woompa Jungle. I'll get back to this level. That's an interesting level as well. Excuse me. Rude. I need to get to Tech Park first. Where is the portal? This is back. I don't know. Sparks help me. Alright, Sparks is dead. Wait. You like... Don't get up there. That'll not like this. Maybe it was some thing I could jump on here. Nope. I forgot how to get to Tech Park. Oh, here. Wait a minute. This doesn't help me. Yeah, that doesn't help me. Maybe if I do a better jump. But that wasn't a good jump. Nope. Now that was a pretty good jump. Can I get higher up? Up, up. This. This. Maybe it's just up there or something. That was a terrible jump. Nope. When... I don't remember. Yeah, it's up there. But I don't remember how I get up there. I don't remember. Oh wait, there's more here. Silly me. This is how. Well, can I reach you? There we go. Jump over you. And there we go. Yeah, no extra gems. Tech Park, finally. Now, in Tech Park, there is a money bag shop somewhere. This music is not good, however. They needed something techy. And this start is not good. It's got him. Oh! We got someone here. I've got a back porch that I built. Ooh, handy. With a hot tub and a charcoal grill, some laid back chairs, and a great old big old TV. Wait, the back porch? It's like enclosed so the TV doesn't get wet. I got a fridge with all the ice cold bears, so you can probably see I got that big deck energy. Oh, it was just a joke. Just a joke. It only works if you're like speaking New Zealander English. I got that big dick energy. I don't know how to speak New Zealander English. Oh, there's the shop. Base shuffle. Yes, there should be a green card here I'm missing. Is that the green card I need? Can I stick in a work? That's not the card I need. And that's not the card I need. It's the wrong color. And that's not the card I need. It is the wrong type. A 69. That's again the wrong color. Like at least have the gem be at least 100 gems. The wrong color again. This should be a green card. And this is the only that's good. The only shuffling I need to do. Wrong color. Yeah. Like happy Tuesday, Puncon. Hello. I'm sorry. This game needs a clean up. Yeah, it's too soon in. I'll do some harder. It's from a song. It kind of sounds a bit lyricy, so. The way it's phrased, I got the back porch that I built. Normally you would just say I built a back porch. Or I built my own back porch. That's a very... That's a very poetic way of phrasing it. 69 gems, nice. I could have at least be 169. There it is. There it is. Nope. That can I stick in the work again? On 124. $119. Oh, there it is again. Come on. Grandor, yay! I got it. Da-da, damn. And that means I'm done here. And to Oh wait, that didn't work. I thought that was supposed to work. Oh wait, do I have to... There we go. That worked. That's how I did it. So in Wampa Jungle, there is one thing I have to do. And it's the gem hop. Even though it appears as any other optional level portal, this level... Spyro, come on. This portal is not optional. Someone said, Gem Hop is a game mode that does not describe how you're supposed to play it. Nice tricks. Well, get as many gems as you can. You have to get 100. Oh yeah, they couldn't fit can on the previous page. Flap. Well, yeah. At least I don't pay to try. Yeah, they can't fit can in this screen. Okay, what you have to do... Oh, wow, his movements is very quick. Get 100 gems. So I started with 114. Okay, I start with 120. That means I should end on... Oh my. This is a pretty quick game. Neither gem nor hop. You both gem and hop. Well, 2 so far. I started with 100. Wait. Oh yeah, if you jump off the platform, it disappears. I started with 124. I should... I started with 125. Wow, his movement, he's so quick. I started at 125. Yeah, he's really quick. No. Oh. Well, I got a fourth of the way. Seems kind of floaty. Floatiness I have no problem with. It's side motions, side movements. It's really, really fast. And also the way he does a little... I just have to get used to how quick he moves. So when I reach 200 gems, I'm halfway. So that counts as me stepping off the platform. My very quick touch, I just touched that platform slightly and it did not count as me standing on it. And also, as you could see there, sometimes the platforms are completely random and sometimes they can just run out of platform. So, I'm doing good so far. And more to halfway. That means I got 40. I jumped off the platform without picking up the gem. The gem moves Oh! Oh, the game was cheating. Stupid jank game. It definitely don't move as quickly in the home world. In the home world thingy. Yeah, you have to get 100 gems here. I should have gone for that platform. No! Way too easy to just slip off a platform too. 370. There's also no counter for how many. No. His side movements gets me every time. Wouldn't be a big issue if he always moved like this. Oh wait, why did I jump? No! Why did that count as me standing on it? That was close. So platform. Again, that counted me standing on. Okay, now I got the halfway point. And the platforms are half the size and and I had to start over. I started with 271. I need to reach 371. This is going to take a while. Can we set a gem counter? Nice save. No. $290. Was what I started with. Nice. So 340 is halfway point. No, no, the wrong one. I already had trouble landing on the big platforms. They will be smaller. Again, it counted as me standing on it. This one I did touch. So I can apparently jump and... yeah, like that, quickly jump off it. I didn't try to do it, but it just happens sometimes. That does not count me standing on it, but just slightly touching it when I'm trying to touch another platform. Now I'm 340 and accidentally okay. I need to get to 390. There we go. It has something to do with me jumping off a platform. The platform's in vicinity counts as me jumping off them. No! Oh, stupid Spyro, 20 more. That was dangerous. Again. No! 14 more. Working away. At 426 or something, or whatever it was, it should be halfway. Such a random number all of a sudden. I wonder why. Again. At least I got 400 now. At 500, I'm done. Slipping off way too easy. Oh, I missed a gem. Nice. Switching platform. The smaller, these smaller platforms weren't too tricky to land on. No, why did I jump? Oh, nice. More of that, please. Halfway to halfway. Also known as a quarterway. Or you can count percentage to 31% done. There's a platform here. And more to halfway. That's dangerous. 5 more to halfway. And 1 more. And now the platform are halved. Stop doing that! Annoying. Maybe I don't know if I should count the gems as I pick them up. I don't know if it helps me mentally or something. Could maybe help. I don't know. Damn, damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, wow, I didn't pick that one up. Okay, 1, 2, or 52, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that didn't help me. Random times he just lives. I wish I could throw away 2 gems or something. I mean, I can do that. Can have an offset of 2. Ding, 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 ding. 15. $25. I think I'm like at ease with my mind when I know how many gems I have. 35. That's when I perform better, when I do know the gem count. It's obviously not the same for everyone. 45. 6. Stupid platform. 47. 48. 49, and that happened. Hey, had the wrong window selected. Hello, Hex. Thank you for redeeming this swimsuit. Hey, besties. We got Kitten and Papa Wolf here. And I'm currently doing a gem challenge. I have to pick up 100 of these gems without falling off. As I almost did it immediately. Let's not yeah, let's ignore that. Oh, thank you for the the bits. So nice of you. I will one day make a funny animation. I don't know what I would do. Ding, 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 ding. Nice double jump. Couldn't this be like... Of course! And I got a new badge! Yay! How many bits have you donated in total now? Let me take a quick break. 110. That is 890. I guess, 890 bits from the cute. Hello, kitten. From the cute feral pon-pon. Oh, why did I do that? Maybe pausing wasn't such a great idea. Okay, 5 more. 4, 3, 2. No, wait, this is halfway. Now, the platforms are small. Was it the large one? That one had already spawned. I wish it was like twice as many platforms or something. But no. I need to reach 651 and then am I done. I landed next to the platform. Next to the platform. Well, I will continue. Actually, I will do this. There we go, 600. When it's reached 700, I did perform the best when I started around 100 like that. So I'll do it again. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't like... I get they're supposed to be random, but it needs to be some check to make sure there's always like home platforms available. Make sure there's always at least one platform, preferably like 2 platforms. No, I'm not going for that platform. Platform. 5 more. One more. This is now I should trying to. Yeah, that's when I should let as many platforms as possible spawn when it still can be big. I'm not going for that, but it just happened to be the case. Come on. Platforms. No, it slipped off. This music is cute. I guess it's very cute music. Stupid game. 666. Yeah, I'm not doing any speedrunning record in this level. This is like the only non-side scrolling level in Spyro. There are a few more, but they are inspiring this game, yeah. They are rare. Basically every level in Spyro is a side scroller. And I don't know why. Oh, I missed it. 700. Yeah, I have no idea of how many gems I'm at the moment. So I will just continue. I'm almost at 900. And there's also a cap of 999 as well. It's a stupid game. A really stupid game. This level didn't look too difficult, but I didn't realize how Spyro moves. Well, that didn't go. I started with 736, so I'm going to end up 836. Forgot about that. If you jump, the platform falls down. But if there is another platform almost on top of the platform you're standing on, it will raise there as you're jumping off both platforms at the same time. And then you lose a platform that you wanted to stand on. It has happened to me a few times, but doesn't happen often. Whoa! Whoa! That save, and I'm losing it. Oh, yes. That save. What did I say? 36, 38? Landed between them. So close. So close. I wish there was some gems around there so I could adjust the gem count, but there's quite some ways to pick up gems. Well, I had some 7 over. 7 over. So I just need 7 over. Whatever number. 57 for halfway and 907 when I'm done. Yep, got that one too. There we go, 30 gems so far. Oh, double gem. 40 gems. Skipping off. Well, I saved it. Remember, if you are about to lose, don't give up. Sometimes you might just get what you need to survive. Oh, I thought I slipped off there. Not like how the camera moves up when I jump. It makes sense, but... No, slipped off. Oh, yeah, no way. Ding, 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 ding. Imagine accidentally farming gems. Yeah. I don't even need gems anymore. Well, I actually do need them for some money bag shops. Well, that was stupid. They should have made it, because halfway point they changed this double platform to single platforms, and then after another 50 gems, as I said, halfway is 50 gems, so after another 50 gems the game is over. They should just have reduced the platform to zero platforms and just having floating gems go by, allowing you to grab a few extra gems. Or make the platform even smaller. No, maybe that was a silly idea. Yeah, I'm happy that it ends at 100, so I know that I'm done. Oh, halfway point. See, I didn't even get the gem. Yeah, I did some scary maneuvers there. No, oh, if I reacted better, I could have saved it. Now we actually won't be able to see Because it would cap out at 999. It still counts, but... which is a good thing. But that means when it caps out, I can just die 10 times. Which, of course, is still quite a process, but... But then I kinda have a level in gem counting. Because when it reaches 909, then I will be done. But not for this run. Because... yeah, that's next run. Should at least be able to cap it out. As I say, I'm almost falling up. I need to learn that I shouldn't look at the middle of the platform. What matters is the bottom of the platform. Oh, almost messed up there. So halfway point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, please continue like this. Nope. 4, 5, and I messed it up. 15 from making it. And one more time. Here we go. When it reaches 909, I will be done. This game is very difficult. Yeah. It's so easy to make a mistake. The game is nice with the whole platform thing, which I assume is an unintentional design. And also, how come these platforms are able to float, being able to hold Spyro's weight or mass? But as soon as he jumps off the platform, that's apparently too heavy for it to be able to handle. No, wrong platform fell. Where are all the platforms? Was it not single one? Cheating game. Oh no, this seems like such a pain. Yeah. It's a slight pain. I guess it's the downward force of Spyro. No! Ah. No, wait, that is good. That makes the platform fall. I mean, the downward force of Spyro, isn't that when he lands? Which the platforms can handle perfectly. Oh, I didn't get that one, but the platform fell. I really need to make sure to at least the half platform. Gonna ride them all the way to the other side so more platforms can spawn. Playing it a bit more strategically. Slower but safer. No, wrong platform fell again! Yeah, that was the halfway point too. Not really. It was 2 gems from halfway. I just need to kill off Spyro 5 times. I'm definitely better at handling Spyro's motion. Motions. Emotions. Oh, that was a dangerous jump. I could have made both platforms fall again. And there too. Well, I'll be trying and trying. I'll be right back. I got to get my trash bin back to my house. Is someone stealing it? Trash bin stealers. Yeah, I'll have to take mine back at some point. I usually forget about it and I'll do it in the morning next day. They used to pick up the trash very early in the morning, but they seem to do it later now. So to ensure that I'm not missing it, I put the bin out at like the night before, so it's already out there in the morning. Which is, well, even though they are picking it up later, I'm still going to do it because he stood on it. He stood on it, and I walked to the right. Oh, what a stupid game. Because in case I do sleep for too long, I'm not missing garbage thing. Picking. But yeah, and then they just pick it up, and sometimes I don't notice when they do it. And then I kind of forgot about the bin. What? He fell through the platforms. Oh my, this game. The 2 platforms and fell right through both. But then then in the morning when I go to the store, when I come back from the store, I bring the bin back in again with me. So it's standing outside from the night before to the morning day after, so it's more than 24 hours. I appreciate my beautiful dark green bean. There's not much to look at. Well, everyone has one. No! Stupid low jump, why didn't I do a double jump? No, not stealing, I usually put it in the alley for the trash people to come pick it up on Monday. And I kind of forgot, so I need to go get it, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like me then. Kind of forget about it, and it just stands there. They also changed which day it was. They picked up in Friday morning. Now they pick it up on Tuesday morning. So when I put it out on Thursday night and they didn't collect it on Friday, well, I just let it stand outside there until Tuesday morning, until they actually picked it up. I mean, I didn't get a paper on it, I just wasn't paying attention. Oh well. But it certainly is a way to figure out which day it is. I have so much stuff going on in my life, so I can't really pay attention to when garbage day is changed. Oh! Kitten has unlurked. I'm back, I got my garbage bin back to the house. Where it belongs, because it's yours. Yeah, I guess... Double jam. I should max out the jam count to win. I wish that was the simple rule. Max out the champ can't win. No, but when it maxes out, I have collected 100. And at 49, it's halfway. Here it comes. Oh. I should ride this to the other side. Whoa. No, don't do that. No, I thought I didn't land on it. Oh my, I'm doing so many mistakes. Mistakes. At least it doesn't take a long time to die, unless you like really like it. Recognize this game that takes time to die. Oh, nice save. No. I got 10 gems. What happened to my jump? I should kind of go for every gem in the beginning here. I mean, not only to speed up the process, but also to get more used to how Spyro is moving around. Like getting better at moving around, basically. Oh, I did that again. See, there was a moment. Oh, nice save. And at 49, the platforms will half. Getting some multiple big platforms in. No, I wasn't supposed to do that. Ride the platform to the end. What did it switch platform? No! Whoa! Whoa! I take this to the game playing itself. Whoa. so hard to land on these platforms. On 1 pixel off. Yes. Nice. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, that was dangerous. No, no. Oh, 11 from doing it. Annoying. This is the stream. It was supposed to be an easy game, this. And the crash game. And the crash game was definitely easier than this. No! Well, I had too many gems. So after I max it out, I need to collect 2 more gems. So I need to reach 1001 gems, which I can't hold, but... Good thing this game mode doesn't check if the gem counter increases or something. That would be a terrible design. But like it checks what your gem value is when the minigame starts. And it just waits until your gem value reaches a specific value. Which it can't do if it maxes out. That's a thing that could happen in a game if there's... Again... One... I'm like 5 gems ahead or something. 5 gems before it maxes out. But I should basically max out it. The platform didn't fall after you jump off them. It would be somewhat easier. Favorite platform? I'll call you platforms. Which is what the platforms in Reignited in the code. Some of the objects are actually called platforms. Most are called platforms, but some are called platforms. Wait, this one did not fall one like the rest. Oh, halfway already. Oh yeah. No, I need a jump. No, I missed the gem. Switch platform. Oh. I wasn't supposed to do that. No! Missed the platform. I was quite far away from getting 100 anyway, but still. There is one move that I haven't used, is this. Just... I didn't mean to do that, but now I got 899. Which is the number I want. And also, one person had a suggestion or like a tip or whatever on the Chillhop, and that was if you maxed out your gems, die 10 times, and then you will succeed Chillhop after maxing out your gem count again. And that is true, assuming you can do Chillhop without failing, which I can't. I can't do Chillhop without failing. Especially when the platforms do that. Stupid platform. Well, nice jump. Good job, Spyro. I haven't hydrated in a while. No one has done the hydrate. I hydrate myself. There we go. Nice. Double gem. Yeah, can't it just be like this? They just need a high density of platforms. Oh. No, the platform fell. Where are my platforms? No, don't fall off! My... He stands on the platform and then he just falls off. Like... Why? Why is that a scene? Why had they programmed that to be a possibility? How do they program that to be a possibility? If you land on the platform, why does the character suddenly not stand on the platform anymore? Is there... there must be... the different line of code that checks that if your falling speed should stop, and a different code that checks if you're actually standing on the platform and should not fall or something like that. So my falling speed stops, but I'm still not standing on the platform, so I start falling again or something. No, immediately fame. I don't know. It's one of those slice of frustrations with the game. Thinking time? What? Are you thinking about time? I'm going to vacuum my house. I'll be back shortly. It should not take long. You are a good kitten, keeping it clean. Whenever I manage to buy vacuum bags, I will be able to vacuum too. For all this purchasing of other cleaning supplies have kinda drained my money. I did that again. So sadly. Where are all the platforms? How am I supposed to do this? Randomly, yes, failed because there are no platforms now. Oh. That is quite unfair. They are sent you a little. Oh, kitten. Oh, kitten. I'm really helpful. I am really thankful for your previous help that allowed me to get all this cleaning supply in the first place. I haven't really said how relieved like I felt after being able to get so much of the stuff I need. No, I couldn't jump high enough. Back to cleaning. Yeah, I'll get back to cleaning too. I filled so many bags with garbage. Funny thing is, when I mentioned that I have a lot of bags, I need to like get some contact some company or something that I can just throw it away. I guess there's like these companies who can rent basically a big bag, which I guess what they call it, big bag. You just fill it with general garbage, and then at the end of the day or whenever you agreed upon, they pick it up and you pay one lump sum. And they take whatever is in it. Now it's slipping off again. But yeah, when I said that like I need something like this, one of the common things several people say is like, yeah, but don't you have like a garbage collection every week? Like, yeah, but I can feel like I have like gotten like 60-liter bags which are full with garbage. The bin is 120 liters, so I can fit like 2 bags in it, and I got 30 bags or something. That's 15 weeks. So like 4 months worth of garbage. Every week for 4 months. And that's on top of the regular garbage I'm making as well. Making garbage. Oh, small platforms. Small. No. 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 I'm really hard to determine if I can land on a platform or not. I'm getting so far and then I just do something stupid and fail. I get so far and I don't know more lyrics. I don't even know if that's lyrics. I'm done for now. Platforms. Good, you are a good kitten. I would be cleaning for you. That's what I can offer, cleaning. That's so cute. Yes. Oh. I'll put on a maze dress and I'll do the cleaning. Why did I jump? Who knows? Why did that platform fall? I didn't even stand on it. So that's 20 gems. I think. Maybe there was 30 gems actually. Yeah. It was 30 gems, not 20. And now I got 40 gems. 5 gems. Yeah, 48, 49, 50. Now I should reach 1,000 gems. What they will never say 1,000. No. No. And then I'm making so many silly mistakes. Or should I say 90? $80. $70. Game over. It's hard enough, even without the platform getting hot in lanes. $90 left. $80 left. Oh yeah, 70 left, I forgot about that. $60 left. I saved it. I really didn't to make double jumps more often. But just exact second, Luigi. 50 left. Bombs are half the size. Come on, Spyro, don't slip off platforms. $40 left. Like a high density of platforms. 30 left. No, it slipped off the platform. Seems like most of my deaths currently just seem slipping off the platform. So it's not like... Sure, I shouldn't jump so close to the edge of the platform, but like... It is slightly annoying to see him land on the platform. I'm not pressing a single button and then he just falls up. Anyway, hello Lolly dude. I am currently struggling trying to get 100 gems in this game mode. And it's apparently harder than I expected it to be, but I need 100 for me to be able to continue the game. This game mode locks out the rest of the game. That's the noise a bunny makes. That's a good description. This game mode is it's a high level of oof. Closest I think is like 50, like I got 85 gems or so. There's no counter showing, so I just have to keep track of how many gems I started with. I started with 901. So take whatever number is this, subtract 1 and... which is also why I buy at the start. Because you can only hold 999 gems. So I don't want it to cap out, so I can't see how much I have. You can do it, Bun. I'm doing my best. See, their platform just decided to die. Platforms should only fall when you step off them. At least they can fly. But of course there's not just a single fly button. In the original Spyro trilogy, you pressed once to jump and press the second time to start flying or gliding. And then in A Hero's Tale, they changed it so the second jump does a second jump. I slipped off the platform. But you hold the jump button to fly and release the jump button to drop from the air, which I actually find to be quite good controls. I did pick up the gem. I never stood on a platform. That platform decided to fall off. You were doing so well. Yeah, sometimes I just mess up. I'm usually slipping off a platform. Yeah. But to fly in this game, you have to tap the jump. Mash the jump button to fly. Because this game mode is not an annoying as it is. You also have to tap to fly. Floating jump. And also, if you jump from one platform and another platform is too close, the game will consider you jumping from that platform, which you technically never stood on. Which is very annoying if you want to skip from one platform to another. And then both decides to fall. But that was a bit stupid of me to do. I think this should be a halfway point, which means that the platforms are smaller because they weren't small enough already. No more platform. There's a platform down there, but I'm not sure. I think it's because Spyro isn't exactly locked to the platform. He's shaking while he stands on it, so his positions isn't properly updated with the platform. And I think, I thought I was going to slip off, and also you can stand quite far off the platform. And I think that's what's happening. On one frame, he's technically standing on a platform, but in the next frame, due to shaking, he slips off. I think that's what's happening. Oh, I should have gone for it. No! I landed next to the platform. I'm going to kill you, Spyro. 8 times. There we go. And also, every time you die, the music starts over. Because that's not annoying. Where's Spyro? Oh, he's stupid. There's not much going on in his brain. Thank you, game. Beautiful. This is supposed to be a simple Game Boy game. I will get all but the goal is for me to get all 200 cards, and I got 183 at the moment. This game mode will give a card and will unlock 4 other cards for me to get a chance to win. Hopefully they aren't as annoying as this game. And I have looked up how to get the cards. I'm a bit of a cheater. But 2 of the cards you have to insert passwords to get. Those passwords, or is it password? I don't know. Are not given anywhere in the game. So you have to look up them to even get those cards. Oh. Oh. He slipped off the platform, but it didn't count as him standing on the platform. So he didn't fall, so I could stand on it again. Come on now. Come on, Spyro. I shouldn't have switched platform. It was fine, Yeah, it can be more like this. Where are my platforms? Where are the platforms? I need platforms to stand on. I will not switch to that platform. I'll switch to the... Oh, I love this platform. Oh, I wasn't close enough for me to pick it up. No, I shouldn't have switched. I'll ride this over to the other side. Oh, that was close. I'm not switching now. I'm switching now. That was also dangerously close. Yeah, that counted as me standing on it. Oh, that was also close, because that platform could have fallen. Oh, 10 more or something. Like 5 more. Ah, that's... I don't know how close I was, but that was the closest I've been so far. Well, now it's 899, so that means 999 and I will be done. But I have to start over. Oh, I was so careful and everything. It's not exactly how the music goes, but... No. This is my karaoke now. I need to decide for when I should do the next karaoke. I've decided this. I will pick a date and time, so people can in advance determine if they are able to... What happened there? Show up or not. And then if you're able to show up, you get to pick a song, which you have to tell me beforehand so I can prepare it. You could technically pick a song even if you're not going to show up, but that doesn't seem... yeah, like... Doesn't seem like there's a point to that. I assume you want to... see me. Hear me sing it. And I want... preferably no repeats or so. You won't hear the same song again. I guess you can spend your one request on that. So I will be fully concentrated on this for now, and that was my concentration. Speaking of simple Game Boy games, I'm trying to play Super Mario Land, and this game is... I love hearing you sing. So I will probably pick a time different. Last time it was... I don't remember. When was it last time? Was it like... It was a Thursday. And it was like... 17 UTC, I think. So just add your offset to 17. Remember to add additional one if it's summertime. And that's your local time. Hydrate. Yeah, maybe I should have a hydrate. Hydrate. No, we need to go back to the game. Thank you for yeah, thank you for the hydrate, Lolly. Taking care of the little bunny. Or the big bunny. I'm a tall bunny. Oh yeah, you're level 2 bunny. That grants you access to, well, I guess I don't remember which those are. Crying, singing, nice, nice wall of text there, I will get it. I remember last time you sang, it was on 27th of it's last month. Oh yeah, because it's just August, yes. Oh, that's Thursday, yes. I meant Thursday in case I said Tuesday. I remember because that's the week I was working and had no days off, and I had a little break in between where I could watch the karaoke stream. It was really good, I really liked it. You have a really good singing voice, very beautiful. And I messed up. But yeah, I had to read that anyway. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been bothered by it. Yeah, I'm glad you think I have a very beautiful singing voice. Even if I don't agree. But the VOD was only one song was removed. The Eurovision song. All other songs are available to listen to on the VOD. If you want to hear my voice, my singing. It was it was fun. I do want to do it again. Yeah. I will try to pick a different weekday. I'm thinking like the weekend, some weekend, and then at some time, whatever time, I don't know. So I'm soon at the half point. Still not. This must be the half point. It's still not half point. What? Ah, there we go. That wasn't the platform I was going for, but anyway. No! I went back and watched some of the VOD. Did you like my singing? My singing is so terrible that they couldn't detect the song. But it did detect that one song. I thought it would detect the final countdown because I did that one twice, and there's a bunch of instrumental in it. But I guess I did speak over the instrumental kinda to avoid the detection to trigger. But I was quiet in some of the instrumental as well. And it's also quite a well-known song. The one that was detected, it was a Eurovision song, so I guess it's quite known. And it did quite well, I think, in 2011, I think it was formed. But still, I don't know. Still think the other songs probably was more popular, more well known. But whatever. Not. Oh, I saw one. No. 57. Where is my platforms? Oh. Oh. I'm getting like halfway, but like 60 gems or so. I wish I could easier get rid of gems. I know, or maybe it couldn't be a gem cap. Oh, why did I jump? I did practice. No, why did you do that game? That's just cheating. Oh, stupid game. So, yeah. No, platform fell. I wanted to jump to. I think I'm like +4 gems. So it reached 54 before it's a halfway point. Like this. Yes. That does mean I need to reach 1004 gems when I'm done. Got above, but have fun. Good luck. Thank you, Lolly. And good luck on your stream. I haven't kept of the schedule, so I don't know what this stream it is. I guess it's this one that makes noise. And every time you die, it is does this sound. the only Tuesday thing I know Lolly does is Splat Tuesday. But there's been other things too. Ding, 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 ding. Spy got some dance moves. I don't do it every Tuesday now. Yeah, I've seen you do different games. I'm familiar with Splatoon. And it's but it's interesting, different games too. But I can't keep anything. No idea what a monster something. Monster cam. Stuff will come to my mind. Bastion. Now, whoa. Careful there, Spyro, you almost died. Do you want to die, Spyro? I don't think you want that. And trust me. Well, considering you're not losing 10 gems for failing, I guess he technically doesn't die. I don't remember what I had before I started. So I will just go on since I'll do it. No, I missed platform. I jumped on it. I jumped on a different platform. Oh, good. You picked the correct platform, Spyro. Ooh. I looked at the gem counter. 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it! After I don't know how long, but I did it. I successfully, got the sheep. Yay! I did it. I only took 2 hours. Well, I did the base shuffle, so it's maybe more like 1.5 hours. But you never gave up? No, I'm not the one to give up. Don't mind me giving up on those 2 other games. What amazing. Thank you. So, I need to find the monobag shop where I can simply buy 3 cars I need. Nice trick, Spyro. Oh, and also got, and now I unlock the sheep chase. Cheap chase. And yes, Escape the sheep. Jump. Yeah. So I just have to... If I do this, this is a new mini game unlocked because I did the gem run thing. And this will also give me a card. This is so much easier than the other, the gem jump. What was it called again? Oh my... Why do I say this stuff? You're amazing. Spoke too soon. There are no spokes here. Yeah. Oh, what was that thing called again? Gem Run or Gem Rush? I was playing it for 1.5 hours, but that doesn't mean I remember what it's called. I mean, quite close to the sheep. But is it that the sheep can... Okay, let me check. Okay, so I can't... The sheep can't touch me. Since when did the sheep get so hurty? Ding ding ding. Ding ding. I wouldn't mind like this music being played on like not being like Game Boy quality of music, but if they made it, there we go. You did it. That means I should get 25 gems, which I actually don't get. And that's the R sheep. I get the R sheep. Not your sheep, but R sheep. Hey, where's the money bag shop? Isn't it? Gem hop. It was the hopping. I forgot about the hopping. Revenge of the sheep. Yeah. The sheep can finally attack Spyro. Hello, Moneybag. Is this the one? Spin the wheel. No. It is not a spin the wheel shop. It's just a pay directly for the cards shop. So... And I don't think there was another shop here. Where would it be? No. Let's go to the next area and see if there's a shop here. Spyro is dead. I find it annoying I can't attack these ones. Also, I can't look at that treetop. Like, is there like is there something down here? I don't know. I can't check. I was lowering at the same speed as the platform. Maybe he has a shop up here. Come on, moneybags, I want to give you money. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding your shop? Hello, Crash. Have you seen Moneybags? I know, it's weird that I'm looking for him. And a person who has no idea about the whole Crash Spyro crossover. Well, what? Crash? Crash themed scientists? What is this? want to give money bags money. That is something I thought I would never hear someone actually wanting to give money bags money. And that was quite his sentence he wrote there. Is this the one? Buy cars, yes. I want the falling ice shards. And let me mark the floor spikes. But on a card of floor spikes. And the level port. Wait, level port? You're supposed to. Oh, well, interesting. I think I wasn't correct. Money bag shop. That must mean that I get the jungle talisman. They must have mixed up two of the cards. Or the two cards are actually different between the North American and European version, which doesn't make sense. I think they just mixed up the cards in the guide. I think I got all the cards I can get in here now. So oh yeah, wait, there shouldn't be any more cards in there. No, I was counting wrong. Yes, now I see, yes. Here's the thing. Okay, let me... Oh. You see, there's a gem there. How do I get there? I need to get up to that. Yeah, there's that thing there. I need to get up onto that. Can I get up to on a tree? No. There is the platform. So yeah, how am I supposed to get up here? I'm so confused. There is an enemy here, so I must be able to get up there. No, I tried. Because I don't see any other way to get higher. Like, this is the highest I can go. Maybe a secret door, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm losing so much height. There are the cracks here, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I guess it goes through. I'm not supposed to go through. That gem is part of this. I'm supposed to get up there and then fall down. But it's not like I'm getting another ability. It's not like he learns a wall jump or anything. So confused. So confused. Yep, they're using the sheep noise for the rabbits. I am so confused. Might have been misplaced there by mistake. No, but that doesn't make any sense because people have completed this game. So I need to look it up. Oh, I really need to look up how to get the gem. No, I didn't expect that to happen. That's what I expected to happen. What? But I didn't... Like, can you... I mean, it's not like you can grab... Oh, here we go. I found it. Portal rush. Don't think so. Yay! I got the jungle talisman. Yeah. This doesn't make sense of the entrance there. Where does it lead to? Anyway. Oh wait. Quit. Back out. Load. And there we go. Back to time to go to Fire Mountains. Okay. So, there should be another sheep level here. Somewhere. There we go. Sheep shakedown. Flame the sheep. Nice. How many does this output? I mean, aside from the 4 I got from the trees. Like, it doesn't output them quick enough. Okay, I see. Okay, come on, I have output the 2 now, yes. I did it! Yeah, what a strange game mode. I got the white sheep. Very close. Yeah, that was close. Now I just need to find the money bag shop. Oh, gem rush. No thanks. Ah! Screamed in pain. Ow. Spyro is the one that needs to scream in pain. Where can Moneyback shop be then? He has more cards to sell me. It sparks. The screaming. The scream. There we go. Please just let me mystery game. No. Not looking at mystery cards. It should just be plain purchase cards. Okay, and let me check the other area and see if there must be another shop there. This area doesn't look big enough. Oh. What is this now? Lava fields? Yeah, I don't think so. I think Spyro has enough with lava. There we go, that's a shop. Come on, buy cards, yes. Nork, yes, I'll buy a Nork. That's one of them. Ice Riptuck, I'll take an Ice Riptuck. Fire Riptuck, yes, sounds good too. Frozen Riptuck, yep, and the final card. Ember! And you know who this Ember is? It is Ember. Cute. It is the cute Ember. So... I need to go back to the Arctic cliffs, and there should be a sheep level here too. There's one in each world except in the final world. Maybe because the I was gonna say, where did my gems go? But I purchased a bunch. Maybe it is because the levels only appear on the second world. So I need to check. Even though it's likely not going to appear here, I still need to check. So you never know. I don't think the levels appear on slopes. Oh, there's another gem there. What's... Because the only cards I see I have left to pick up is the P sheep and S sheep. Apparently, so I need to get at that. And it was the level portal which I got from that shop that I can get by getting this one. So maybe some cards are duplicates. Who knows? There it is. Oh, and there's more gems to pick up. It's not that easy, is it? Oh, where's... It's a whole another non-red gem somewhere. Oh, is it? Here. Yeah, it must be here then. No! Well, I know where to go now at least. Hydrate, hello Rocket Man. I'm on my way beating this game now. Unless the game is beating me. Gem rush? But... Was that all? The game is beating me at the moment. But... No money bags. Like, there's nothing for me to do here. There should be at least one other non-red gem on this level that I have not yet picked up. Where can it be? Where can it be? Now it feels like I've been everywhere. Because I've been here. Or maybe that was the last non-red gem and it didn't give me the card because I already purchased the card from the shop, which I find kind of odd that I was able to do. And the sheep level might not be in this here because it might be in this area. I guess I guess I'll just go around and look for it then. Oh, there's a portal rush here. Oh no, so I'll change outfit. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry. My bad. Where is the level portal? Oh, that was close. No level portal here. Is it up here? There's one there. It's not the one I'm looking for. It's going to be very up. Oh, there it is. No? Icicle Canyon? That is not the one I'm looking for. However, the second one might be here too. No. Well, I go down a level then. That was a bit too far down. There's nothing there. Oh. There's a shop, which I don't care about. Portals aren't going to appear on one of these, is it? Maybe here. Maybe here. Okay. Oh, there's a whole area here too. But I can't. I have to go around. This computer die. Actually, it's even quicker to do this. So is it here? So now I'm up here. But there's wait, there's an area up there too. Okay, it might be over there. Yes. Temp chaser? No, it's the wrong portal. Where is the portal I'm actually looking for? I'm missing a portal. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be another one here as well. Drag and drop, not the one I'm looking for. Just from behind. That's the one I'm looking for. All I see is eyes. You did it! That's the pea sheep. The sheep that pees. Sorry for that obvious joke. So, no, I'm actually not sorry for that obvious joke. Yay! Pee. Yeah, it's the pea sheep. Sometimes you just have to pee as a sheep. Did I just not pay attention? Because again, that sheep level was on the second area. So if 3 of the 4 sheep levels I have been able to find has been in the second area, and the 1 sheep level I have not been able to find, and I've been looking around in the first area here, maybe I should just look in the second area. Or should I just double check that it isn't this? I'm pretty sure it is a bicycle canyon. Pretty sure, no it isn't. There is no sheep. The 4 levels have sheep in them. Bunny. Pink bunnies are to be killed. And then ring. There's something up. No, that's the... Like, it could be here, but no. Where have I not been? No, that's not cute, it isn't. Where have I not been? I didn't can't do that bad there. Feels like I've been almost everywhere. It's obvious that I've not been somewhere. And I don't know where somewhere is. And I don't want to... While I do have the option to look it up, I obviously don't want to. I have been here. There's this, but lighting those, because they turn off when you leave the area. I don't die. I could kind of see where I've been, or where I collected the red gems. I've been on all of these platforms. Can run it back. Oh, saw something. Ah, there is another color gem. This whole area up here. Okay, so that's where I have to go. I see now. Yes, there's a platform here. Okay, I found the area. I just have to pay a bit more attention. Here's level, and here's the last one. Okay. Nothing. Anyway, here's the sheep level. Sheep sharing. Bounce for gems. Move flat. Oh, I see. I see. This isn't how you shear a sheep. There's not timer at least. What a horrible death for Spyro if he misses the sheep. You have to bounce on the sheep. If you miss the sheep, you have to be impaled. Come on, camera. Cooperate with me. The gem counter disappears if Spy moves too high. I only need 30. What? What? This is gem hop again. It's the platform on the sheep. Yeah, gem hop, but a sheep instead. Well, at least I had to complete gem hop before I'll do this one. Before I could do this one. So it's like a harder version of gem hop. Come on, sheep, stop running so quickly. No, I was doing so well. The more gems you have, the quicker it goes. Yeah, this... This isn't what shearing a sheep was what I thought it would be. But yeah, this ship is full with gems. I keep the gems, it seems like it. If I fail, I get to at least keep the gems I collected so far. This is the last card. I don't need the gems. 21, best. Yeah, I do keep the gems. I guess that's also, I think, just max out the gem counter. It's not really hard to do. This time the camera's locked. Yeah, sometimes it isn't though. Stop moving so quickly, one more. Yeah, did it. You have won a training card, the S sheep, for sharing. And you know what? I just want to make max out the gem counter. Only because I said I was going to do that. better luck now. I progressed. I got exactly what I wanted. At least there is a counter for how many gems you have. Yeah, why didn't the Chillhop level have that? They clearly have a system for showing gems. For having a counter. So why aren't they using it in Chillhop? Such a weird game. I know I misspelled gem. Yeah, I assumed you meant gems. Gems? Well, so close to maxing it out. Oh, 7 more. 7 more. Whoa! No, it did to continue. New background! I got all the cards! Whoa! Max gems, max cards! Whoa! I'm not going to max out the fruits on Crash though. I've got all the cards. Cool background. I don't know if it's a cool background. But what I should do now is switch over to Crash. And and then I got 4,000 fruits there. And then what's it? I hope it's not playing the... Oh, now it muted everything. That's not what I wanted. I don't know if it's playing 2 songs at once or not. I can't hear how it sounds on stream. So I will mute it for my own sake. So what I will do is, because I don't have all the Spyro cards here, that's like that I'm missing. So I will select that because I have to trade boom. All you can hear is the one that is on your stream. You can barely hear the other ones, so it doesn't sound too bad. Barely? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. I do hear it, do you not? Don't hear it. I don't. I don't know. I don't know how it sounds. It might sound terrible. Anyway. And then I need to trade one, because of how it works. To trade, you must trade at least one card from both games, and then not not that card. There we go. And then to ensure that I keep the card, I trade a card that both games have. And then I can select 4 other cards. So I got all here, I got all here, got all here, but I do miss some here. I am. And then, and also on this screen, you don't even see the cards that are being traded. I guess you can move around. Actually, I didn't check that, but I can't do that now, I guess, because I got a few cards left. So select fire again. And then the last card on that screen, the last 2 cards on this screen, and that should be all of them. So if I go to the training screen, oh yeah, you can basically view them. Okay, so you can do that. And then trade. And now, there we go. Let me close this one. And unmute this. And then I can delete the copy of the same. I now have all the cards in Crash as well. Here we go, 200 cards. So, yay! I guess we can look at the card. Look, a box, a TNT, a Nitro, bouncy box, a quirky box, a question box, an arrow box, a spring box as well, an iron box, an aquaco box in metal. Wait, is it? Oh, it creates a box. Is that what it? Need to switch box into spring box. No, it's iron spring box. Tank crate number 1. Not 2 or 3. Crystal, clear jam, boompa fruit. Pickle crate. This shows the value of the card. Yeah, the blue. Freeze crate? What kind of crate is this? This must be in one of the games I haven't played yet. Crash crate or extra life crate. Those that you have to do the thing on. Exclamation box, which I use the symbol. All other is right what it is. Including on this. What a switch. Slot box, another one I don't recognize. Outline box, yeah. Sapphire relic, gold relic, platinum relic, red gem, oh I mean gem red, gem purple, gem green, gem blue, gem yellow, gem yellow. And then we got enemies. These are low, as color determines rarity. It doesn't, because the cards are different in rarity. I guess you can say you got all relics too, yeah. Idle head, mine, young of his Spyro face, Steel, Lab Assistant, Penguin, Polar Bear, Arctic Riptalk, Flamethrower Assistant, Flying Lab Assistant, Evil Bird, Inferno Riptalk, Moat Monster, the only one you can't kill or something, I don't know. Goat, Sheep, Castle Riptalk, Shark, Pufferfish, Frog, Rat, Cobra, and also isn't this sheep Spyro sheep, not Crash sheep? Scarab, Scorpion, Sword Assistant, UFO Assistant. I wouldn't call this an assistant, more like a vehicle. Fire Breather, Spear Assistant. I don't think I've seen these. Low Gun Assistant. Yeah, this must also be from a game. Hello, hello, Portero girl. Going through the crash cards here. Also, the outfit timer is also up. And I should, yeah. Clear off these routines. There we go. Running crash. Polar bear crash. Wumpa cannon crash. Inner tube crash. Oh, that's one of the minigames. Jetpack crash. Weightlifting crash. Remote copter crash. It's not too remote, it's just above him. Power ship crash. Yeah, that must be also one of the minigames. Tank crash. Bat attack crash with a cute bat, as some say. Although, very ugly card. Polar chase crash. Scuba crash. Power bike crash, which has an outline for some reason. Copter crash. I guess all of them have technical outline, which is black, but that one had a blue back. Carpet crash. Kart race crash. And then you've got the areas. Wumpa jungle, Arctic cliffs, fire mountains, dragon castles, tech park, Mayan jungle, Arctic caves, sewers, underwater city ruins, Egyptian tombs, volcano island, Persian palace. And finally, Crash himself. Coco. Neocortex, but only his head. Nina, but only head. That's right. Crunch. Engine on the head. Apparently, if you're an enemy, if you're evil, you only get your head shown. Entropy. Entrance. That should be the one of the game I haven't played yet. Dingodile. Tiny. Polar. And Fake Crash. And that's the highest value cards. They are bad. And the cards aren't even valued anything, so highest value of nothing. That's highest value of nothing. So only because I can. It doesn't take too long to switch game anyway. Wait, it didn't switch? Twitch is playing pranks on me. Game Boy, yep. All cards. It doesn't. The Spyro game definitely doesn't have as fancy background as not trade cards, view cards. Let's go lowest red gem, green. These are the red gem. This is the Spyro card because it's a red gem, not gem red. Green, purple, yellow, blue. Why in this order? 1, 2, 25, and 5. That's a very weird order. Hiya, baby bear. Welcome. Thank you for following. Yeah, welcome to the Paw Pals community, I guess. The background in the craft game looks like it belongs to the space game. But it's so much fancier. Howdy, howdy. Nice to see you, thank you for following. And butterflies, I wouldn't know this was a butterfly unless it told me. Froggy, these are so bad. Hamster. Bunny! This is a big bunny. Bird. Vase. Basket. Black sheep. Dragonfly. Crystallized Dragon 1. Crystallized Dragon 2. Crystallized Dragon 3. Dragon Egg. This is just like a chicken egg, not a dragon egg. They even included a shadow. Talisman. In what way? Crazy looking bunny. Fairy. Why does the fairy have cat ears? I assume those are wings. Yeah, they really should have asked someone to do proper pixel art. Firefly. Here we got some someone who actually made pixel art. It's someone who didn't really know how to do pixel art. This is like the before 2000s pixel art on like PC games. Minigame portal, level portal, money bag shop. I almost said honey bags. Floor spike. Falling ice shards. Lava food. Lava fountain. Love me some Spyro. Yeah, more Spyro on Thursday, Friday. I will play the last Game Boy Advance game for Spyro, which is the Spyro Adventure or Attack of the Rhinox, whichever title you prefer. Castle Talisman, Arctic Talisman, Fire Talisman. In what way? This is Jungle. Jungle Talisman. This is Stone. Tech Talisman. Crush and Gulp Talisman. Okay, so Nina Talisman. Cortex Talisman. Space Chains Talisman. Deep Talisman. Oh, a stack. Zoe. I was gonna say her dress looks too short. Anyway, moving on. Sparks, but the ugly version of Sparks. Sheila! Before she got clothes. Rip Talk. Sorceress. Gymnastic Gnork. Grandor. But that's not how Grandor looks. He had two colors. Why did they change the look of Grandor? Castle Riptalk is so tiny. Fire Riptalk. Ice Riptalk. Frozen Riptalk. And here it is. Are you ready? Oh, Low Valley card. Yeah, Low Valley. Here is Ember. Are you ready to see Ember? The low value Ember. Ember should be higher value. There we go. This might, however, be what is this English I'm speaking? This might, however, not be how you recognize Ember. It's so cute. This is the old version of Ember. When she was orange, before she turned pink. She still had pink wings. And yeah. Nork. Dragon Elders. Looks a bit confused. Stone Riptalk. Disguised Riptalk. Or disgusted Riptalk. No. Also, that's supposed to be Crash. Head that does not look like, it look more like Hunter. Flying Riptalk. Jungle Riptalk. Balloon Riptalk. In what way? I got Elora. With the old design. I do prefer the foxtail, and I would consider making like a proper Elora. I know there is a Elora old. Try an attempt to make Elora look like the old style, but I want to give it an attempt too. Spy Pose 1, Spy Pose 2, Spy Pose 3, Spy Pose 4, Spy Pose 5. Fire Pose 6. Look, he's sitting. Fire Pose 7. Fire Pose 8. Flame. This is not how I remember Flame look, but it is by using Flame. Hornine. Charging Rhinoc. Charging Riptalk. A Ripto Wand. More like Ripto using a wand? It's Hunter Bow. More like how you're using a bow. Blinky Dig. Well, that's Blink, not Blinky. Sergeant Bird Rocket. That's literally the rocket. Engine 9 laser. There's no laser here. But there's Engine 9. Rocket and Club. What kind of combination is this? Is this the tools used by Gulp and Crush? S. O exclamation mark. Spyro. Fire. Ice. Wind. Electricity. Bubble. Spit. Is this... Spyro looks a bit weird. The 6 elements of fire, ice, wind, electricity, bubble, and spit. You remember the 6 elements? Spyro, Link, E, Sergeant Bird, Hunter, Bentley, Bianca, Professor, Agent Line, Moneybags, Ripto, Crushing Gulp, and finally, Sheep. I'm so stupid, I didn't even know that the sheep spelled Spyro. So you... Oh, backed up too far. Yeah. Spyro... Exclamation mark. So you didn't keep track of that when I was collecting the sheep cards? The S sheep, the P sheep, the R sheep. I guess it wasn't too early. No. Well, there we go. I have now completed both games to 100%. Someone doubted that I was going to do that. That it would take way too long to get the cards. But I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very happy with that. It has been fun. I want to visit a streamer who has been going for 2 hours now. There, how much longer will she go on? I don't know. Maybe not. Well, maybe we should look for something more exciting. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. I thought it was random letters. I mean, if they're going to have oh, Kissy Lucario, welcome. Nodding Lucario. I was so focused on your stream, I forgot about my stuff. It's alright, I had fun with the stream today. That's good, that's good. I mean, who do you want to visit? We got Mishi, Benny, Pumpkin, Lolidew, Ariella, Jazzcat, Fan. I actually don't know how that one is pronounced. Okay, make your pick. Whoever makes the picks first, I'll go with. Lolidew. You wanna visit Lolidew? I guess so. It's a classic. She started streaming an hour ago, so she got plenty of more time to stream. And then she's playing Splatoon. Oh, it was one of the game. I knew she... I know she has played the original drink for Lolidew. One of the games I know she has been playing before. And so yeah. But I wasn't sure she was going to play it today because she has been switching around the games, but she is playing it today. She did say, yeah, she did say that she's not playing it every week now. True, but she's playing it right now, which I said like 5 times now. But also, Chrissy, if you want to join the Discord server, I got it there. I forgot about it. It's on my about page too, if you want, or send me a DM if you want to have the link as well. No problem. If you want to join, if you're not on, I don't remember if you're on the server. Yeah, I don't know if you have Discord, but so.